Hey, what's up guys? I know it's been a while since I've had a video uploaded on YouTube, but we're back this year in full force. A lot more content coming, and on today's video I'm sharing a tricep and bicep workout with you. So pay attention to not just the exercises, but a lot of the nuances and variations that I'm going to be incorporating into these exercises. I want to make a point about everyone wanting to create their content, capture it, which I think is a great thing, because as an artist, not as a musician or a painter, but as a physical artist, this is a way that we capture, we document, we create our work and share it. Whether you end up posting it on a social media platform, or you just want to film it and document it to be able to study your progress. I think it's a great way to monitor and track exactly what we do. So before I really get into the first of our workouts, I want to point something out that I think could be useful for a lot of you. It's a site called Skillshare. It's an online creator community. This is where you can learn everything from video filming, editing, which is a big part of this, DSLR photography, or anything else. So it's called Skillshare. I've been with them for a couple of months. Check the link below. It's normally $10 a month, but for the first 120 people, 99 cents for 2 months. So check it out, find some courses, learn. Even on your phone, you can do so much now. On your iPhone, Android, film, document. Up to you whether you upload it, but it's definitely worthwhile having that content ready. And it's easy to look back at your phone and kind of see where you started from and how you're progressing. So with that being said, let's get in there. This is Gold Gym. This is the mecca of bodybuilding. I'm pumped. I'm excited to bring back my passion into these workouts, and that's really what I want to get across in these videos. A little bit of something to take home, to try within your workouts, but also that motivation, that enthusiasm that is still there some 19 years after I first kind of picked up a weight. So it's a lifelong passion. You feel me? All right, let's get in there. Right, so the first exercise that I'm performing here, skull crushers or French arm extension. This is an exercise that I'll move around within my workout. Sometimes I'll start with it, sometimes I'll end with it. I'm going fairly heavy here, and you'll see that I've got a slight incline on the bench, and I'm actually taking that bar behind my head, not like the standard skull crusher where my arms are parallel to the floor and I'm bringing it right back down. The reason for that is I like to get a longer stretch in that tricep. So by taking the bar behind my head, I'm allowing for a further stretch in that tricep, and then full extension of the arm. I'm giving that muscle a little squeeze, but I'm looking for a fluid movement. Ease it back, straighten the arms, flex that muscle. I'm not holding it there for too long or at the bottom. So I'm using this as a warm-up for today's workout. 3-4 sets, 10-12 repetitions, get a lot of blood poured into the arm, really great pump. Now we can move on, start to focus on a little bit more heavier compound type movements, working some isolation, and then we're moving on to biceps. Tricep press downs. I'm using a machine on here as opposed to doing body weighted or with a dip belt parallel bar, which you often see me do, both for triceps and chest. The machine though, I can lock myself into position on this one, which means I'm not bringing any momentum in my torso, rocking back and forth. All of that work done is firmly on the triceps. And so you'll see towards the end of my work sets, I actually use the little belt here, which locks me down. If you do go heavy and you find yourself starting to kind of lift up on the seat, think of that as a loss of traction, a loss of momentum, power, being able to put through your triceps. So start off light. Make sure you can complete your required rep range, which for me is sort of 8, 10, maybe 12 reps. Going heavy, 6, 7, 8 reps, so the machine is great for that. 4 sets on here, and you should notice with my form as well, I'm not bringing my elbow all the way up back here. Just because my arm will allow that full range of motion doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be ideal for the exercise. So with the push down, I want to bring my elbow in line with my shoulder there and really drive down, pushing on my palm, engaging that tricep, squeezing it at the bottom. I'm not really locking out the arm, or at least for long. Just like with that first exercise, I want that movement. I want the muscle fibers to be sliding back and forth. So heavy weight coupled with 8-10 reps and keep it fluid. We're not locking out and pausing at the bottom and again at the top. I want to keep that smooth, fluid motion as I press down. All right, let's go heavier here. 10 solid ones.
Let's go, man, let's work.
Gonna flex and hold it now. So about 8-10 seconds, just isometrically flexing. It's gonna hurt more. Just squeeze that muscle. Feels good. All right, we're gonna finish strong on this one. I'm not done, I'm not done, I'm not done. It's all about that tension in the muscle. So a couple of heavy working sets there with the rope. So the great thing about cables is there's a ton of different variety of attachments and hand placements. With the rope, I've got a neutral grip here, which is contracting there. You feel a little bit more on that long head, the outer width. If I rotate my hand, so palms down, you kind of feel that tension shift more from sort of here. It's a subtle change. It's still the same muscle. The muscle is being worked. Whether we're doing this. We're just feeling nuances within that. So I'm all about angles. If I'm hitting a solid 10 or 12 reps on one particular variety, I don't want to keep going back to repeat that. I've already put my body to its sort of its point of fatigue, its failure point. So I want to start to shift in and move around some different movements. With this bar, you'll notice that I'm opening my fingers at the bottom. And the reason for that is all of that tension is on the triceps. I'm not using any grip, which is the forearm, wrist extensors all coming in there. So with a lighter weight, full contraction in the triceps, and hit about 15 reps on there. Picked up those 5-pound plates and just went straight into those tricep kickbacks, keeping it fluid, smooth movement. Again, contraction in that tricep. Arms are really, really pumped. A lot of blood pulled into the tricep muscle, which is really going to translate well moving over to biceps, and now getting a lot of the curls and isolation curls in. So a solid arm workout. I like that one. Same weight. Oh, boy, feel that in the arms. Full extension there. I want to make sure my chest is just off. Here we go. Oh. makes such a difference. Just performing some reps without any weight, when I'm really squeezing, holding that tension in the bicep. Might not feel like much, but you're gonna know about it tomorrow. You're gonna know about it. So what I did here, little variation, nothing new there. We've got some pronated incline bench, straight bar curls, and Nesta and I, the guy behind my camera, I'll include his Instagram in the description. We've been talking about why we do what we do when we're in the gym, and he asked me an interesting question as I was jumping on this. He goes, do you like using the easy bar or the straight bar? And I thought, you know, I always go for the straight bar, but how would I explain that? And it comes down to this. There's a lot of right ways to do something, and at a certain point it just comes down to preference, to what you feel works best for you. So the straight bar, my hand placement nice and full horizontal here, I'm getting that full width of that bicep, focusing the effort on all of that weight. With an easy bar, it's easier if you have problems with your wrist, but I feel I lose some of that effort in the bicep and start to bring in more of this sort of underlying brachialis muscle and my forearm. So that's what I was talking about with preference. You've got to pick the exercises that kind of the main building blocks. Barbell curls, some dumbbells, we're using cables, you know, triceps, we've got a machine, we've got push downs, we've got some extensions in there as well. Those are the basics. You start to get to a point where you start to finesse a little bit of them. You start to add your own little flair into some of the movements. And with this, you've seen that. Straight bar, full range in there. I'm opening out the bicep, long stretch in there. So think of it this way. Maximum damage or muscle tear, micro tears in the fiber, which is a good thing for growth. And then the last 2 sets, I switched it up. Dumbbell, bring my elbow round a little bit more. And these are kind of pronated incline bench, preacher curl. So all of that effort, that load, that workload is on that width of the bicep. I've already hit triceps hard. I've already used up a lot of my energy in those earlier exercises. So I want to stay away from the typical big mass builders like the standing barbell curls. And you know, next time I'll work biceps in first. But for now, we're going to do some supported straight bar and dumbbell curls. Move in, hit a preacher, hit some cables. It's a solid arm workout. Crazy pump. Drop set. This is it working here. You know, and don't be afraid to give yourself a little hand. Working some negatives. Oh. Just gotta keep a strong wrist. I'm just gonna hang out here and just flex for 10 seconds. Just on my own. Just force that contraction. It's a static hold in the bicep. You do it like this. Do it like this. I'm just holding that squeeze. It's little details like this that if you're lean enough, you start to pull out those muscle fibers. Okay, we're nearly there, nearly there. One more bicep exercise. A little bit of a long arm workout, but man, is it a thorough one. So for my final set here on these high cable curls, I want to kind of give a running dialogue as I perform the exercise, and the reason for that is this particular exercise you might see I put out on my videos or Instagram, or you see other people perform, but I feel it's one of those movements that it's all too easy to mess up if you're not technically correct on it, and that starts with the weight. It's too easy to go heavy on this, and you might get those first few reps, they feel good, but then your form starts to break. You start to bring your elbows forwards, and you're basically just doing whatever you can to close the palm and the grip towards your head, moving the elbow up and not really putting all of that effort into the bicep. So tip one, drop the weight down to a sizable, manageable weight. Second one here, you want to make sure that you have the arms at the point where when you're in the finished position, that line of pull, the cable, look at that, see, it's right there. So as I pull out, that cable is right where that end point needs to be, so I get that full contraction in the bicep. If this were any higher or lower, I'm having to change the angle of the arm, and I'm not really putting all of that effort from that weight into the muscle. So make sure you have the alignment right. And with this, it goes quite wide, so I can actually stretch out and get that nice stretch in my bicep. But if it can't, you can either step forwards, which I'm not a big fan of. Personally, I prefer to do one arm at a time, which I've got too much weight on here because this is for two, but you know, you just stand there, steady yourself. You want to hold onto something to stabilize, but it's that same movement, so I can get that full stretch in the bicep. Anyway, let's actually perform a couple of steps here. Right there, I've got tension in my arms at full stretch. If I come too far forwards, it's pulling me back. If I'm back here, I'm going to round my elbows in. So I want to be in that Goldilocks zone, that happy medium, which is about there for me. Palms completely upwards. I want to keep my elbows, my wrists and my shoulders all in that same line. I'm not going to angle them around or start to rotate forwards. Just like that. That's the movement. So let's see what we can do here. Chest up nice and tall. If you want to kick one leg back, heel up just as a kickstand. Support yourself. Nice fluid, smooth reps there. Squeezing the bicep. I'm not trying to force it there or hold it too long. I just want that movement. Get the muscle working against that weight. This feels good. And on this one, you soon reach that point of failure. So push it out as much as you can. Don't be afraid to go into a drop set. I'm not going to take it one or two increments up. I'm going to take it by quite a bit. You know, about a third of that weight off. And get back into another quality set. It's happening quick. Here we go. Okay, that's. And once you've hit failure, don't try and keep pushing past, especially on this movement. If your elbow starts to come up, that's it. Take the weight back down, allow yourself to rest, to hold that isometric tension, get some energy back in, and either move on or go back on and repeat that same weight. This arm's pretty much done. It's getting cold. It's cold, I want to keep the muscles warm. So let's recap on today's workout. We started on triceps, finished on biceps. People ask me if you should train biceps first or triceps. I have no set answer for that. Some days I'll hit biceps first, then triceps. Some workouts I'll do triceps after a chest or biceps after a back. Look, don't get too fixated on a set routine that you need to do. These can become stagnant, you hit plateaus, and just you get a mental block. You know, I recently went through it a couple of months where I just wasn't feeling my workouts. I wasn't passionate about them. I wasn't excited about them. That's changed. It's changed for a number of reasons. Training with different people. I've kind of got out of my shell of just working out on my own, going through the same motions, the same exercises, teaming up with people that I've known and seen in this gym for years, and actually gone up to them and been like, hey, you want to get a workout in? now we're starting to vibe, and I'm sort of reigniting that passion. So triceps, look, I'm always including a mixture of free weight, cable, even body weighted. I want a lot of variety. I want to make sure that I have a full spectrum of exercises, that I'm training that muscle through a range of different movements and angles. So if you're a beginner, go back and watch this video. And if, like me, when I started out, I had a notepad and pen, I would constantly make notes. Watch the video and pick out 1 or 2 points of each exercise and go and do them in the gym. It's easy to skim over a lot of these workouts and kind of think, okay, I've seen that before, but Nestor and I were talking about a lot of these exercises. Yeah, you've seen them before. I'm not going to invent a new exercise to share with you, but what I do want to try and open up is that one exercise can literally be performed a dozen of different ways, and each of those different ways are going to have a slight nuance, a slightly different feel and effect on that muscle. And at this point, that's something that I need to keep going. So it's all about variation and angle. All right, let's talk about content for a little bit, because I've got 500 odd videos out on YouTube, pictures, photos, videos, and all these other social sites. And I'm seeing more and more people do it, and I think it's a great thing. It's helping put a valid, a positive message out there, but it also makes us think more about what it is that we're trying to say, the message, the content itself. So I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Skillshare. It's an online creator community. This is where you can learn how to edit, you can learn how to film, even if it's just on your iPhone, how to get the right angles and how to get all the right cuts and content. If you want to step it up, you get a relatively inexpensive DSLR camera that you can change the lenses, you can add microphones on. You don't need to go to school, college, university to learn all of this. You just need to kind of learn what you need to know to get this done. So Skillshare, the link's up here or down below. There's about 17,000 courses on there. So, for me, it's been photography and editing. I'm still learning. I'm still sharpening my skills and trying to constantly improve, as with fitness as well. So if it is something that you're interested in, check it out. You're the first 120 people. Get it for less than $1, and that's 2 months worth of courses. Even in a couple of weeks, you can learn a lot and really up your game. So to summarize on this video, 3 main exercises on triceps, a lot of variation within that. Same with biceps. Some of you might be thinking, okay, it's a long workout. You're in the gym for about an hour and a half. Okay, well, this isn't every workout. Some workouts I'll be in for 40 minutes. Other days I'll come in, and if the feeling is right, and I think you'll see from this video compared to some of my other videos, my energy, my passion, my enthusiasm has all come through. And that's because of a new training partner, and just because I'm not done yet. I want to get more content out there. I want to grow. I want to share that with you. I want to bring you along with my journey and put a positive vibe out there. So I'm going to end this now. If you want to go back, re-watch this video, take out some of those notes of those exercises, give it a try. Let me know, share it with other people. Tag me on Instagram, comment below, and let me know more of what you want to see. I want to get back in the kitchen as well, but in the gym, in these actual workouts, when I'm sweating, when I'm out of breath, this is the real deal when it comes to what I do, and I want to open it out and share it with you. So that's it. Let's keep this going. I'll try and get another video at least once a week, and if we can keep that momentum, I think for beginners and more advanced people, we can start to open everything out, influence, impact other people, and just really pay it forwards. So on that note, that's me done. I'm going to go back. I need some food. I've been in here training, talking, and using all this energy. So we'll put another one back in a week. And if I haven't got a new video, hit me up. Facebook, Instagram, tell me on Twitter, tell me what you want to see, and I'll do my best to do it. So thank you. I'm out. I'll see you soon.